Today I'm going to be one passenger among nearly 460 other passengers. Not on a Boeing 747 or Airbus A380, no. I will be flying on one of the world's densest Airbus A330-900neo. An extremely early good morning from Manila Airport in the Philippines. I'm on my way to the NAIA's Terminal 3 and I already regret having traveled with a suitcase as the check-in lines this morning are very long. Even when you have checked in online already and you just need to drop off the bag. So there was no way around queuing for roughly 30 minutes and I didn't even have a freaking coffee yet. By the way, my destination today is Hong Kong. And I will be flying with Cebu Pacific Airlines that operates the high-density Airbus A330. According to the Aerolopa seat map of Cebu Pacific A330neo, seat 2A should have a great legroom. We will find out if that is indeed true, as I didn't have to pay extra for this seat. Past the security and immigration, which took another 20 minutes, I tried accessing the Marhaba lounge with my priority pass. However, I ended up in the A lounge as the other one was full. I quite like this A lounge. It was much better than expected, as I was a bit biased by some other slightly disappointing lounge experiences at this airport. And most importantly, I finally got my urgently needed coffee. I'm gonna fly one of the world's densest Airbus A330 with almost 460 seats. So we will see if I actually fit in there with my 6'4". And I was trying to get a seat with more legroom. However, I'm not quite sure if that seat does actually have more legroom. It's 2A, a window seat, and not even the first row, but we will find out shortly. And said that, let's find out. However, easier said than done, as the gate kept on changing, about 3 times. Eventually, I just kept on following the flight crew after I made sure this actually is the crew for Hong Kong today. And here is my dance ride for today. This Cebu Pacific Airbus A330-900neo, waiting to be boarded at exactly the gate that was announced at the very beginning. Here's some more better footage of this aircraft, taken on a different day. Eventually, with a delay of about 30 minutes, it was boarding time. Luckily, then the gate area was way too small for 460 passengers, and I started feeling uncomfortable. Boarding is done via 2 separate jet bridges, making the whole boarding process rather efficient. I see Cebu Pacific is experienced with crowd control. And here we are aboard the 459-seater to be precise, and I can see my seat 2A, with indeed an amazing legroom. But oof, the seat width is challenging. Check out my shoulder width compared to the seat behind. While the boarding process is in full swing and there were some gaps in the boarding queue, I took the chance to check out the regular seats, without the extra legroom that I have. And I must say, while the seat pitch looks tight, it was less tight than I expected, especially considering my 1m93 or American 6'4". The bulkhead seats certainly have a very generous legroom as well. Overhead I find individual reading lights, but no air fans. The magazine pocket I have to share with the lady in front of me, and it contains this food price list, and there is of course also the Cebu Pacific A330neo safety card. The armrest is quite small. I guess there isn't much space for a bigger one anyway, and there is no seat recline button. This armrest is larger as it contains the tray table, since I have no seat in front of me. The headrest is minimalistic without any adjustment options. I didn't expect one, if I'm honest. But yeah, this is the most narrow seat and shoulder space I have ever had. Or maybe I'm still growing. As you can see, not many are as tall as me on board this aircraft. Boarding is completed and the population equivalent to a small village is on board this all-economy class twin-engine Airbus A330. It's time to leave Manila on an aircraft that I swore to myself until recently I would never want to fly on, as I couldn't imagine so many people on such an aircraft. I just couldn't imagine how I would fit in there. But here I am now, and so far I have no regrets. And I'm especially happy with the cheerful crew, which is smiling, engaging and overall super friendly. And everybody is fine with me filming. I normally ask the crew and my seat neighbors, but I still blur the faces unless somebody explicitly tells me it's okay to appear on social media. We are rolling and I quickly check if I'm indeed on the aircraft that I already logged into my travel app. I think there initially was an aircraft change, hence the gate changes earlier. By the way, these are the add-ons I booked: the Beef Adobo, checked luggage and priority boarding. This all came in one package as I needed to check in my bag anyway. And here we go, off to Hong Kong on the world's densest A330. While we are climbing out of Manila, how about supporting me by subscribing to my channel and maybe even leave a thumbs up? That would be amazing. Bye bye Manila. I'm looking forward to come back soon again. While I have already pre-ordered my meal for this flight, let's have a look at the other options anyway. And this is the dish I should get today. Let's see if that works out as planned. And this magazine called Smile seems to be Cebu Pacific's Inflight magazine, which also shows their current route map. Well, current as of February 2025, I should say. I see my pre-order food is on the way and I erect my table out of the armrest. Quite a small table, I must say. Probably one of the smallest I have seen so far. The cabin attendant, serving my beef, checked in with me whether I'm the correct passenger and then handed over my pre-order meal and afterwards also brought my water. All in a very friendly manner, very pleasant. This is how the beef adobo looks like, pretty much as advertised. And it came with potatoes and rice. And the bottle of water arrived as well. I had to laugh about the napkin imprint. It wasn't super easy to eat in such a tight seat, but I managed, and the meal was tasty. Since there is no other in-flight entertainment other than the magazines or anything you bring along with you, I opted to look out of the window after I had finished my meal. The downside of sitting in the very front of the aircraft cabin with its lavatories means the area gets congested after some time in the air. I decided to check out the lavatories in the very rear of the A330, giving me an opportunity to capture the dimension of this impressive 459 seats cabin. It is laid out in a 3-3-3 configuration, reducing to 2-3-2 towards the back of the aircraft where the fuselage narrows. The lavatory, of which there are at least 7 on board this aircraft, if I counted correctly, is rather minimalistic, as expected. Liquid soap, napkins, hand towels and a coat hook. I believe there are some lavatories that also have a baby changing table. Because of the bulkhead you see in the distance, we don't even see half of the cabin. We will see the full dimension when I walk back to my seat. We are approaching Hong Kong and it's time to get ready for landing. I always enjoy flying into Hong Kong during daytime, as there is so much to see, all these islands and ships and infrastructure. wonder what they are doing out there. Welcome to Hong Kong, a great airport, which is also great for plane spotting. Again, we received 2 jet bridges for our disposal, speeding up the disembarkation process significantly. Bye bye Cebu Pacific and the world's probably densest Airbus A330. And to my surprise, I actually quite enjoyed the flight, especially thanks to the cabin crew who made sure everyone felt welcome and as comfortable as possible by demonstrating superb hospitality. I would certainly consider booking Cebu Pacific Airlines again, and that's not what I say lightly when it comes to low-cost carriers. Said that, thank you for watching. Till next time, bye for now.